Well, I finally have a C6 Noelle, so now is a good time as ever to revise my GeoNemo team and see how good it is now.
This is order!
Oh, right. I have you now. Sorry, Noelle. With the addition of the Geo Archon Daddy himself to my arsenal, I went ahead and tried him on Spiral Abyss to see how much of a difference he would be to the team. And my god, at level 60, low investment talents, and random level 0 artifacts thrown on him, did he impress. I knew he was going to make a difference, but I still was not ready for that shield though. And despite the long cast time, that burst can really help, even if it is to just iframe out of sticky situations. But this video isn't just to talk about Zhongli, it's to take a look at my revised GeoNemo team. Now since that last run in the Spiral Abyss, Zhongli has progressed a bit further, so let's go over everyone's current stats. Ning still takes the role of main DPS yet again, and the only change to her is a slight improvement on her talents, with weekly boss drops and Mora, especially the Mora, holding me back from crowning her. Jean remains my healer. She is only at level 60 currently, and her talents are now 6 across the board. I've given her a 2-piece Viridescent Veneer set and a 2-piece Glad set that I'm satisfied with for now. Venti's still the same. I don't think I've done any changes on him, but I may occasionally be using Skyward Harp instead of the usual Stringless on him throughout this video. But do note that there is an elemental reaction buff just around the corner, and that Stringless could in future, or when you're watching this, end up being the better weapon on Venti than Skyward Harp. And finally, Zhongli. Level 60, shield and burst at level 6, wielding a level 80 black tassel for that extra HP gain. And incomplete artifacts. In this team, his sole purpose is to make the run comfy with his shielding prowess and iframing burst. But don't let the way I use this team limit yourself. Like in my previous showcase of GeoNemo, Ning does not have to be the main DPS of the team. Jean and Zhongli can easily fill in that role if you wish, while Ning can be a very good burst support. So do what you will with your GeoNemo team. Now I don't feel like I need to talk about this team too much, as I've already talked about how this team works in more detail in my previous video, which you should check out if you haven't yet already. So let's just dive right into this showcase. In this showcase, GeoNemo will go through floors 11 and 12 of the Spiral Abyss, taking turns going through each half, and most of the footage should be of that. But that's a lot of footage, so here are some highlights, good and bad, of how it went down. So enjoy, and let's pump up that music. As you are enjoying the showcase, let me go over some things regarding the current state of my GeoNemo team and how I would like to improve it. But before even that, I should mention that these runs aren't necessarily going to show me getting 3 stars in each chamber, but just to showcase this team in its current state and its potential if it were fully built. Fully built meaning all 4 characters at max ascension and at least level 80, level 90 weapons of any rank, and level 16 to level 20 artifacts across the board. An expensive task for sure. Right now, Jean lacks energy recharge and requires some switching into to absorb particles, especially on floor 11 where her burst is essential in removing the Hydro debuff. The fortunate thing about Chamber 1 is that you are able to take your time building particles if you need to, as you are only required to protect the monolith. In the case for Ning, she comes in very handy in floor 11, as her DPS cycle comes from a rotation of normal attacks and charged attacks that doesn't get locked behind cooldowns. And since I have 2 Glad pieces and instead of 2 Noblesse pieces, my artifacts aren't wasted from a burst that is hindered by its long cooldowns. This chamber should be a relative walk in the park with Venti, and Ning's wall adds extra monolith protection if you need it. Another thing to try is to use Zhong's burst as little as possible if you are trying to go for a fast clear, as the cast time does eat away at your time, and this team does recharge his burst really quickly. And between the 2 halves of floor 11, I would recommend you use this team in the first half for a faster clear time. But it isn't impossible to bring it to the second half, but your time may take a hit when dealing with the Abyss Herald's shields. Regardless, a slow clear time will happen if you don't deal with the cryo-systems before they shield up. A difficult task without a pyro character for sure. I suggest utilizing Jean's launch abilities and Venti's crowd control prowess to help you in that regard.
waste my time.
And usually when your main damage dealer dies, you should restart, but in this case I just powered through with what I have, just to show you how comfy Zhongli is when you have him on your team. And by this point I already had 6 stars in this run, so if I just wanted to unlock floor 12, then all I needed to do was beat the floor. For the current floor 12, I would suggest taking this team in either half you are having the most difficulty with. This team is able to clear either half but doesn't excel in one over the other, although I will mention that Venti does really well in Chamber 2 first half and Chamber 3 second half with his burst, while Ning, targeting distance, does appear to have better aim than any of the archers that I have. Jean is really good to push one Abyss Selector close to the other, and Zhongli's shield is an absolute godsend against them, but also shines in Chamber 2 second half. As an added tip, try and get the Abyss Selectors trapped between you and the end of the stage if possible, ideally close to each other, and you will have a decent time against them, the only issue being clear time. And that will be it. Enjoy the rest of the video, let me know if you use a GeoNemo team as well, and what it's like in the comments section down below. And I hope you have a good day, and until next time, adieu and goodbye.
Pas de soleil, pas de soleil, pas de soleil.